Okay, so first off, I'm wearing a shirt that I haven't worn in 5, 6 years, something like that, because it doesn't super fit. Like, it fits lengthwise, but widthwise, it's like very tight and not very like stretchy. But it is a, oh gosh, I think my belly showed off a little bit. Whoops! But it is a Madoka Maguka shirt, specifically of Maguka and Homura, that I got at a con. I was like, I love that. I want it. Okay, this is probably not something I'm gonna wear, but it's almost like a nice shelf piece. And I'm changing my my orientation to specifically show off the Madoka poster and the Madoka wall scroll that I have, and I guess Spirited Away is there in the corner as well. Which, that's just a happy coincidence. But I want to show off some of my Madoka Maguka shit because I gotta talk about some fucking Madoka Maguka. So, yesterday, there I am, almost all day, looking forward to the Aniplex Direct, because that's basically what it was, that was going to be on at 8 p.m. And then at some point around, I think it was pretty close to 8, maybe a little before, I checked and I realized, oh, it's 8 Pacific time. Fuck. So I'm actually not going to get to see it till like 10 p.m. Well, that sucks, but it's not the end of the world. I can't wait to see some Madoka shit at 10. And then it starts, and it's like, oh, it's not starting with Madoka. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but let's see it. It starts with this like Demon Slayer concert thing, and I'm like, I mean no offense, but I don't care. I'm here for one thing, and I'm here for one thing only. And then it goes into Kenshin, and I'm like, I remember really liking this when I was a kid. Apparently, the author is a pedo, so now I don't know if I really want to watch this. No offense, Kenshin, but I'm only here for one thing. And then at one point, I see the weird like cinematography, like there's shit on the screen. It keeps flashing. I'm like, this is definitely Studio Shaft. This could be Madoka. Nah, this looks more like Monogatari. Wait a fucking second. They have to show me some Monogatari because I know I'm only here for one thing and one thing only. But like, if there's new Monogatari, I'm gonna be really fucking excited. And then it is, but it's not. So they're gonna take the Kizu trilogy, the Kizu Monogatari trilogy, and instead of 3 separate movies, they're gonna edit it into one movie, which I assume is gonna be now like how long was each movie? I want to say they're all about 2 hours, so they're gonna make it like 4.5, 5 hours. What exactly are they gonna cut? I don't know exactly. There's a part of me that goes, this isn't anything new Monogatari, so I'm not super excited. The other part of me is like, dude, I loved watching Monogatari last year. So new shit is new shit. I'll take it. I'm like, okay, I know I said I'm here for one thing and one thing only. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And as it kept going, and again, like there were some things like this looks kind of cool, I guess. Like I feel like I know I've heard a lot of people talk about Black Butler, although that was a long time ago. So I don't know if it's something that's still popular or not. I remember Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. I remember really liking the show, and then I just did not care for the movie. And now that I've watched Monogatari, I'm like, they're very similar, actually. Yeah, I mean, there were some things that kind of got my attention, but there was only one thing I cared about. And at around midnight, after I've been watching this for 2 hours, I'm like, cool. So that's the first half of our show. Now we can start in the second half. Like, I have work tomorrow. I can't do this. I need to go the fuck to sleep. So I did. I went to sleep, and I woke up, and like the first thing I did was like went onto YouTube, show me this Walpurgisnacht trailer, or Walpurgisnacht Rising trailer. I don't want to know spoilers. I don't want to know shit. Like, I don't want to see any of the images or anything. Let me see the trailer. Let me probably watch it again. Then I can look and see anything else. So, I woke up a very happy man because that almost sounds like a euphemism. I don't like that. So let me rephrase this. The trailer brought a fucking smile to my face. Mostly because it's new Madoka. It's more Madoka. It's going to just make me happy. One of the things that really stuck out to me in the trailer are some of the new designs. Like, there's a scene, it's this gorgeous fucking shot and animation of like a girl like stringing her bow, which I see that I'm like, okay, a character in this with a bow, it's probably Madoka. But the hair was very muted. Like, she has like this pretty vibrant pink, and this looked like a more muted kind of pink, maybe like an almost gray. So I don't know if this is supposed to be a new character because Madoka is not actually able to use her powers anymore. Excuse me. Or if this is Madoka, but it's muted somehow, or like this is somehow Homura's like influence. Not exactly sure, but it's something I noticed. Sayaka she's got these bandages on her face, and I believe in the concept trailer, she also was like wearing some kind of mask that like covered part of her face. So that's something that's consistent between the two. Something about Mommy, I don't know if it was like the shape of her face looked a little different. Like, she looked a little bit younger. I think her boobs also looked a little smaller. But she looked a little bit younger. I didn't notice a big change with Kyoko. Kyubei's eyes were different. Because, it's Madoka. Of course, there's going to be a shot where, like, Kyubei's, like, right super in front, and then the eyes are just on the screen. Because I watched the concept trailer almost, like, immediately after, be like, okay, what's similar, what's different? I was like, oh, Sayaka had, like, her face covered in part of it, face covered here. Cool. It's not exactly the same, but it's a similar idea. Yeah, Kyubei's eyes were always, like, just circles, but in the Walpurgisnacht trailer, not night, they were like ovals, like very egg-shaped, which as an incubator, that's something that makes a lot of sense. Like, I noticed that. I don't know if that means anything, but I noticed that. And gotta give a shout out to Homura's new dress. Okay, also, there's a scene where she's just holding a parasol, and I love parasols. I love, like, characters holding umbrellas and shit. Especially if you have a character fighting with umbrella. Shout out to Umbrella from Skullgirl. Shout out to the fucking Penguin. I love that kind of shit. Like, her new, like, nice black dress with, I think there was, like, a bow or something on it. Like, it gave me this, like, gothic Alice in Wonderland vibe. I was like, this is cool. This is something that, like, appeals to me. Because I love Alice in Wonderland. Like, things that evoke that for me always make me smile. So it's more kind of like Black Alice. Like, that's cool. That's so fucking sick. So the trailer opens with a phone ringing. Homura basically summoning a phone, talking to someone, saying some shit, and hanging up. And then there's a few points throughout the trailer where she is talking to someone. There's a point where the person is saying, like, you need to set her free, you need to let her go. That was like, this is what you did to your best friend. And I don't know who this is. I mean, I know who the best friend is, that's fucking Madoka. But I don't know who the person on the phone is. There's the part, I have 3 theories at the moment. I guess I'll say 4. Theory number 1 is that this is Homura talking to herself. And it is essentially her conscience. It's the part of her that's like, we fucked up. Because at the end of Rebellion, she does what she does. But there's this part where, like, there's her familiars. I think they're, like, actively throwing fruit at her, which admittedly is pretty funny. But also, to me, it's like, that symbolizes her conscience. Even she, like, these things that are under her command, that are a part of her, are saying, you did something wrong and deserve to be punished. You deserve to be humiliated for what you fucking did. So my number 1 theory is the person on the phone is her talking to herself. Also, got a comment on that. There is a new, like, key image for the film. The first key image is just, like, this picture of Madoka, and there's a hand reaching toward her, but it's, like, cracked and broken. Like, it looks like someone has Madoka as, like, their phone wallpaper, but their phone is a cracked screen. Which, given what happens at the end of Rebellion, it's like, okay, she is broken, she is no longer whole. I think it looks really cool. The key image for Walpurgisnacht Rising, I keep saying night instead of not. Whoops. Is, like, Madoka in the corner, or, like, Madoka in the center. Then on one side, you've got Homura just smiling. It's very smug. It's very condescending. And on the other side, with the back toward the audience, is also Homura, holding this, like, a very, like, witch-looking sword. She's got her time shield on her hand. And so I'm just seeing Homura and Homura, and then my brain is immediately just going because I have a friend of mine say playing P4, so I'm like, yes, Homura's gonna face herself, where she's gonna fight her shadow. This is gonna, oh my god, this is Madoka Persona 4 edition, or it's Persona 4. Fuck, what's the name of the city? I wanted to like. Mikihara? It's something like that. It's Persona 4 Madoka edition. Like, I'm excited for this crazy shit. Let's go. Wow. I mean, even if it wasn't for the Persona 4 thing, just getting more Madoka just makes me really fucking excited. Anyways, oh yeah, theory number 1 is that she's talking to herself. And this version of herself is going to manifest as another person. There's also a scene in the trailer where there's this, like, big tower. And at first I was like, is that, like, made of chairs? Now I'm not sure what the fuck it's made out of. It just kind of looks like it's made out of junk. And there's a Homura on top, and there's, like, another Homura on the side, and there's another Homura, like, in the center of it. So that's either just her moving through the tower, and because she's God, she has, like, ultimate spatial powers, or because she's stopping time as she's moving to teleport because she can do that, and it's cool. Or there's literally multiple versions of herself. With this series and character, it could kind of go either way. But I'm leaning more toward, like, theory number 1 is that it's her. Theory number 2 is the thing that is talking to her is God Madoka. It is Madokami. And it is that side of her, that power, being like, hey, you fucked up. You need to do something about this. You need to fix this. Which, I don't know if what I like more between the two of them. Like, I really like the idea of Homura confronting herself, and, like, this is a manifestation of her conscience. But also the idea of Madoka just calling her out, I guess literally, is something that actually sounds kind of hype to me. My third theory is that potentially it's an incubator, because I don't remember what the manga was, but I know there's like a spin-off manga, which there's a few of. I want to say it's like Oriko Magica, some shit. Maybe it's a different one. Where there's a different incubator. I think his name is Jubei. So Jubei is not necessarily the only kind, so maybe this is a different kind of incubator talking to her, going like, hey, you should really not do this shit. I don't know. I think it's a possibility. And then option 4 is it's just something else entirely. It's not Madoka. It's not Homura. It's not an incubator. It's just something new, someone new. Maybe it's Walpurgisnacht itself, which would be kind of actually really interesting, because it's just in the show portrayed as just kind of this force of nature, like this mindless force that destroys everything. Giving it actual sentience and seeing what it's like, it could be potentially kind of interesting. Is there anything else I really wanted to say? They said it's coming out in winter 2024. And I don't know what to think of that. Because on the one hand, it's like, well, when I think of the winter months, the first thing that comes to mind is like December. So does that mean it's not coming out till next December? But also when it comes to anime seasons, the winter season is usually like January, February, March. So it could be coming out in January. So like it's either, because especially if they had said holiday 2024, I'm like, cool, I'm not getting this for a long fucking time. But they said coming soon at the end of the trailer, and I think later they confirmed winter 2024. I'm like, January is pretty soon, February is pretty soon. I don't know if it'll have a worldwide release. Excuse me. As a betting man, I heavily doubt that it would. So I don't know how long it would take to come into theaters in the US. I would guess probably like 6 months or so. Probably a little later than that, a little longer than that. But when it inevitably shows up online, I'm gonna watch it as soon as I can. Then, when it shows up in a theater near me, especially if I can watch it in like IMAX or something, which I probably couldn't, but I'm gonna watch it as soon as I fucking can. And then if I have a chance to see it in theaters, I will take that chance too. If those coincide and end up being the same time, then I'll just watch it once. I'll probably watch it way more than once. I'm definitely gonna rewatch the show for the I think for me, like 8th, maybe 9th time. But I'll definitely marathon all 12 episodes. I'll watch Rebellion again. Oh, I'm excited. I'm really fucking excited, man. Okay, I think the only other thing that I wanted to talk about, because like I said, I did rewatch the concept trailer, is there's a big emphasis on mommy in that trailer. Like, there's this giant head that falls down from the sky, which, okay, the fact that it's a giant head and it makes me think of mommy is kind of funny. But also, like, it just, the way, like, the sculpt of the face, like, looks kind of like mommy. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks that, or if that's just kind of seems what it is. Throughout the trailer, mommy is like this golden glow around her, like she literally has like a fucking Super Saiyan aura. So it seemed to be hinting, whether, again, I don't know how similar the concept trailer is, if it is just like, these are some of our early ideas, and we've moved past a lot of them, though, at this point, or if it's like, no, a lot, this is a trailer for what we're really thinking, and most of these ideas are in the actual Walpurgisnacht movie. I don't know, but it does make me think that mommy is going to be a really key player, and that Madoka is going to do ballet. Which, as you may or may not know, one of my favorite anime of all time is Princess Tutu, which is an anime about like fairy tales and magical girls and ballet, and I love it. I think it is wonderful. So like the second I saw Madoka doing some ballet shit, I was like, this is giving me Princess Tutu vibes. I'm so in. I was in anyways. It's more Madoka Maguka, but fuck, I'm in. So like, if we actually get shit that is like, if she's actually a ballet dancer, and if they make that part of the plot somehow, or if somehow like her movement when she's fighting, or like when she eventually gets her powers back, if she's like really doing some like cool ballet moves and dancing, I'm gonna be happy. I'm already smiling. I'm gonna be like grinning for 2 days straight. But I also know it's fucking Madoka. I ain't gonna be silent for long. Oh man, I remember when I watched Rebellion for the first time. I think I finished the movie. It was like 2 a.m. Got in bed and I sat there and I just thought about the ending, and literally just a single tear rolled down my face. I was like, what do you know? I did the sexy cry. But at what cost? And then the next day was Clay's birthday. Or at least was the day that we were celebrating his birthday. And we went to watch a movie. We went to watch Captain America Civil War. Excuse me, not Civil War, Winter Soldier. And I remember as I was watching that movie, I was like, this is really good. This is really cool. It's really interesting. This may or may not be an adaptation of Metal Gear Solid. Like, it literally starts with, like, the fucking tanker chapter. And the entire time, though, as much as I was watching and getting into it, I was like, yeah. But Homura just became the fucking devil? So, I'm still not sure how to react to this. It was basically almost my entire next day. It was like, yeah, I'm doing shit, hanging out with a friend, celebrating his birthday. We played P4 Arena. We played Call of Duty. I watched a really good movie. It was like, did I like Rebellion? Did the ending make sense? I don't know. It was a fascinating experience. It was a fucking ride. And my expectation is that I'm going to watch Walpurgisnacht Rising, and for a good chunk of the movie go, it feels good to be back. And then, when the last, 20 minutes happens, probably a few times throughout as well, but the last 20 minutes, I am going to just feel so emotionally wrecked. Like fucking Udobuchi just fucking punched me through my chest, grabbed my beating heart, ripped it out, showed it to me, and then said, I'm keeping this till the next movie. And I'm just gonna sit there and let it happen because it's not like I've got any fucking choice. And then spend probably the next couple days going, does any of that make sense? how, like, I know it does, but how? How do I reconcile any of this shit and then go, okay, it was a masterpiece. That's what I'm expecting. And I'm fucking excited. I can't wait. Again, like, I'm just smiling while talking about this. I'm so happy that I have new Madoka shit to talk about, to look forward to. They also said it's the beginning of a new chapter. Not like this is the exciting conclusion. It's like, no, 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 no. This is the beginning of the next chapter. It's like, oh, so is Walpurgisnacht Rise going to be the start of a new trilogy? Is this going to happen? And then we're actually going to get a season 2? Because what's it called? Like Magia Connect or something? It's like, that's not season 2. That's a gacha game. That's its own weird shit. And I'd seen season 1. I don't think I loved it. Like, I thought it was fine, but I didn't love it. And I know there's a second season, but I just didn't feel compelled to watch it. Maybe it's really good. Maybe it's great. I don't know. I haven't played the gacha game, mostly because I already have Fate Go. One gacha game is plenty. Trust me on that. But a new movie, I'm fucking down for that 10 times out of 10. You give me a new season, I'm fucking down for that. You give me like a fighting game and I gotta play it to understand the plot, I'll fucking do it. I'm excited. I really am. That's kind of all I gotta say.